Hello, 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 and welcome. Welcome to all of you watching this afternoon, which is a very special afternoon here for us at Quiz the Nation, because this is the very first Quiz the Nation Kids edition. And we are delighted that you are here with us today, joining in on our first show. Now, we have been running quizzes throughout the lockdown period for adults every Sunday night, but we thought it was about time that we created a really fun and interactive quiz for you kids here at home, all you clever kids out there who we know you're doing very well with all your homeschooling and working really hard. But we thought this would be a really fun way for you to end your Thursday afternoon with a really great quiz with us here at Quiz the Nation. It's a bit of a miserable old day out there. Lots of rain, not much sunshine at the moment, is there? So hopefully this quiz can brighten up your afternoon. Now, what we want you to do is play along with us, obviously, as we go through the quiz, but we also want to hear from you in our Facebook, in our chat, or in the YouTube comments. You can ask your mums and dads if you have to help you with that, or if you're old enough to just type away yourself, then please do. Tell us where you're playing from, what school you go to, how old you are, how many of you are playing together. Are you playing with your brother or your sister? Are you playing on your own? Are you playing with your mum? Whatever you want to put in the comments, please do join in with us, and we will try and do our best to put as many of those comments as we can up on the screen and read them out for you to hear at home. Now, enough from me. Let's talk about the quiz. We're going to have 3 rounds this afternoon. We're going to have a round called Pictures and Puzzles. We're going to have a round which is all maths and anagrams, but it's emoji maths, so it's fun. It's fun maths. And we're going to have a general knowledge round as well in round 3. There are going to be 6 questions in each round, and you're going to have to pay really close attention to everything that you see and everything that I say, because some of the questions are quite tricky, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And speaking of that, let's crack on straight away with round number 1, picture puzzles. So, here we go. This is picture puzzles. Now, these are going to be, this is an example of what we're going to do. Well, I want you to take a really good look at these squares. Think about what colors the squares are, where those squares of the different colors are, and make a mental image of where those squares are. Because in a moment, one of these squares is going to disappear like this. Okay, so that first question, this is just an example. Our first question is, what color square disappeared? Was it A, 1 red square, B, 1 yellow square, C, 1 blue square, or D, 1 green square? And the answer is a yellow square. Hopefully you all saw that, the yellow square in the bottom left-hand corner. Okay, let's show you another example. Example number 2. Which squares disappear? Which squares disappear? So you're now looking for 2 squares that are going to disappear. Okay, and here we go. Okay, getting a bit trickier now. And your question would be, or the options would be, A, 1 red and 1 green, B, 2 yellow, C, 1 blue and 1 red, and D, 1 green and 1 yellow. Quite tricky, but the answer is 1 red and 1 green. So hopefully you saw all those and you got those answers right. Those are your 2 examples. So get your pencils ready and your paper, and really do make a mental image, as I said, of where the color squares are. Here we go with the first question. So take a good look at these squares. Make a good note, as I say, of where the different colors are. And the question is, what color squares have disappeared? What color squares have disappeared? Now you need to really try and remember the image that you saw with the full color squares on. Your options are 2 red squares. Option B, 2 yellow squares. Option C, 1 blue and 1 green square. And option D, 1 green and 1 yellow square. Those options again: 2 red squares, 2 yellow squares, 1 blue and 1 green square, or 1 green and 1 yellow square. So that is question number 1. On to question number 2. Again, take a good look at the squares. Make a note in your head of where the different colours are. Take a really good note. Take a really good look, because here is question 2. What colour squares have disappeared this time? What colour squares have disappeared this time? Here are your options. A, 2 green squares. B, 2 yellow squares. C, 1 blue and 1 green square. Or D, 1 green and 1 yellow square. Can everybody hear my phone ringing? It's answered now, don't worry. That noise has stopped. The options are 2 green squares, B, 2 yellow squares, C, 1 blue and 1 green square, or D, 1 green and 1 yellow square. That was question number 2. So the questions are going to start to get a little bit harder now. So this is question number 3. We're changing it here slightly. So you now need to take a good look at these shapes. We have a red star, a blue triangle, a yellow pentagon, a red pentagon, another yellow pentagon on the bottom line, a green arrow, a blue triangle, and another green arrow. So again, take a really good look at these shapes. Consider the colors of the different shapes. Remember, red star, blue triangle, yellow pentagon, red pentagon, yellow pentagon, green arrow, blue triangle, green arrow. Here we go. Question number 3. What color shapes have disappeared? What color shapes? Not the shapes themselves. What color shapes were they in those gaps? Okay, here are your options. Was it A, 2 green shapes, B, 1 red and 1 blue shape, C, 1 blue and 1 green shape, or D, 1 green and 1 red shape? So A, 2 green shapes, B, 1 red and 1 blue, C, 1 blue and 1 green, or D, 1 green and 1 red. Fantastic. That was question number 3. On to question number 4. Again, the same shapes in the same order. We've got red star, blue triangle, yellow, red, yellow pentagon, green arrow, blue triangle, green arrow. Okay, really concentrate now. Here comes the question. What shapes have disappeared? What shapes have disappeared? Not the colors, the shapes themselves. Your options are A, 1 triangle and 1 pentagon, B, 1 arrow and 1 star, C, 1 pentagon and 1 arrow, or D, 2 triangles. Was it A, 1 triangle and 1 pentagon? I'm trying to think of this myself, actually. I'm struggling here a bit. B, 1 arrow and 1 star. C, 1 pentagon and 1 arrow. Or D, 2 triangles. What were the 2 shapes that disappeared? Fantastic. That's question number 4. On to question 5. We've got 2 more questions in picture puzzles. Now this gets a little bit trickier because we're back to squares, but now instead of there being 8 squares, there are now 12 squares. Okay, so take a good look at the squares. We're going to give you a few seconds to really take a good look at this image. Picturing, making a mental note of the colors and how they're laid out. On to the question. What color squares have disappeared? What colour squares have disappeared? Quite tricky now because we've got 3 squares that have disappeared this time. 3 out of those 12 squares have disappeared. Was it 2 blue, 2 yellow, 1 red and 2 blue, or 1 yellow and 1 red? What colour squares have disappeared? A, 2 blue, B, 2 yellow, C, 1 red and 2 blue, and D, 1 yellow and 1 red. Okay, that was question 5. And then on to question 6. Now it gets really tricky. You need to take a look at these numbers. So look at the numbers on the squares. We've got 1, 2, 4, 2, 1, 4, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. So you need to take a really close look at all of these numbers. Okay, I'm going to give you a few more seconds just taking that image in and trying to make a really good mental note. And your question is, what numbers have disappeared? What numbers have disappeared? Okay, here are your options. Is it 2 1s and 2 2s, 3 3s and 1 1, 2 3s and 2 4s, or 1 4 and 3 3s? Now this is a very hard question, but hopefully you all had a really good look at the image and made a good mental note of the numbers in each square. So what numbers have disappeared? Was it 2 1s and 2 2s, 3 3s and 1 1, 2 3s and 2 4s, or 1 4 and 3 3s? Just going to give you another few seconds looking at that, because that was, or is, a tricky question. And there we are. That is the end of round 1. So well done to all of you. I'm sure you all did really, really well. There were some hard ones in that, and you had to be really sure of what you were looking at and make a really good mental image of it. But I'm sure you all did absolutely brilliantly. Now we've got Nikki Smith. I'm Daisy and playing with Mum. Hi there. Hi, Daisy. Nice of you to be playing along. Thank you for joining us. We've got Olivia Johnson, Bertie, playing with Raffin Buxton. Hi, Ali. Olivia's an old friend of mine. We went to school together. Well, Olivia went to a school down the road, but we say we went to school together. We've got, hi, I'm Sienna, and I go to CHS and live in Bramhall. Hi, Sienna. Hi, Sienna. Nice of you to join us. Thank you very much. I'm sure you're enjoying it. I hope you are. We got any more comments? Maisie from Make Believe Rotherhithe. Hi, Maisie. How you doing? Nice to see you joining us today. Thank you very much. Maisie comes to my drama school that I run on a Saturday morning. So lovely to see you here, Maisie. Do we have any other comments? No? Oh, Lucas's Cuisine says A. Great. A-okay. That's what we like. A-okay from Lucas's Cuisine. Fantastic. Well, let's go on to the answers for round 1, and we can come back to some more Facebook comments or some YouTube comments once we've done those answers. Keep them coming in and we'll read out as many as we possibly can. Here we go then, the answers for round number 1. So the question was, what colour squares have disappeared? And the answer was 2 red squares. 2 red squares. And I think we'll see where those red squares went. Yes, there they were. Okay, the 2 red squares had disappeared. Fantastic. Question number 2. The colour squares that had disappeared in question 2 were 1 green and 1 yellow. Let's see where they were. That's them back in place, and now that's them disappeared. So the answer was D, 1 green and 1 yellow. Well done to anyone who got that right. Question 3. What colour shapes have disappeared? Was it A, B, C or D? The answer was D, 1 green and 1 red. So let's see them back in place. There they were, the red star and the green arrow. They've now disappeared. And that was your answer. Option D, 1 green and 1 red. Question number 4. The shapes that had disappeared were option A, 1 triangle and 1 pentagon. Let's see them back where they were. There they are. And that's them disappeared. That's them disappeared. Well done, Jeff. Very good. Our producer, Jeff, who's controlling the slides, doing a sterling job. Thank you, Jeffrey. On to question 5. What colour shapes had disappeared? The answer was 1 red and 2 blue. 1 red and 2 blue. So let's see them back in place. There they were. Quite a tough one, this one, with so many squares on there, but 1 red and 2 blue. Well done to anybody who got this. And then the toughest of the lot, question 6. What numbers have disappeared? This one was really tough. So well done to anybody who got the answer, which was option A, 2 1s and 2 2s. 2 1s and 2 2s. So let's see them. That's where they were. We had a 1 top left and a 2 top right, then a 1 on the green square and a 2 on the blue square. So the answer was 2 1s and 2 2s. So tot up your answers for round 1 out of 6. Send us a comment to let us know how you did, and we'll read out as many as we can. I'm not sure if we're going to have a few more Facebook comments now. Are we going to have some more Facebook comments, Jeff? Not sure. Yes, we are. Fantastic. And Nick Ingram, Noah and Sienna are watching the quiz and loving your work. Hello, Nick, and hello, Noah and Sienna. Lovely to have you on with us here this afternoon. Thank you so much. Nikki Cooper, 6 out of 6. Fantastic. I think that's Henry up in Coventry. Well done, Henry. Joshua, 10 years old, live in Bramwell, Manchester. Hi, Joshua. How did you do in that round? Did you do well? I hope you did. I'm sure you did. 6 out of 6 for Maisie as well. Well done, Maisie. Brilliant. Brilliant. Keep your comments coming in. 6 out of 6 as well. I think that's Joshua again. Well done to all of you. 6 out of 6. Brilliant. I don't think I would have got 6 out of 6. I definitely wouldn't have got that numbers one. But I am quite old, you know, and the old brain's going a little bit. So 6 out of 6 for Nikki. Okay, well done to all of you who are playing along. Henry Cooper is loving this quiz. Great. I'm really glad to hear it. Thank you, Henry, and thank you, Nikki. I hope you're all loving it. And let's move on with it, if you're all loving it, to round number 2. This is maths and anagrams. But it is emoji maths, as I said, so it's a bit more fun than just boring old maths. So here we go, round number 2. So take a good look at the emojis and their values. So we've got the wonky face with his tongue out is number 1. The man with the glasses is number 2. Love heart eyes is number 3. The dude with the shades, number 4. Sad man is number 5. Crying man is number 6. Angel is 7. Shocked man is 8. Stars in his eyes is 9. And celebration man is 0. So make a good note of that, the emojis and their values. Now we're going to ask you some maths questions. Remember that you can either give us the numerical answer or the answer in emojis. So let's have a look at a couple of examples. So the example calculations. So you got the shades man plus the sad man equals the man with the stars in his eyes. There's a song in that. So the shades man, which is 4, as you can see, plus the sad man, who is 5, equals, now you can either put 9 or you can put the emoji, which is the man with the stars in his eyes. Either version of your answer is correct, okay? Or you can put both if you want, but you don't get any bonus points for putting both. And then the one underneath, you've got the angel multiplied by the man in glasses. That would give you 7, which is the angel, multiplied by 2, the man in glasses, which is 14, or you would do 14 as number 1, which is the wonky face with his tongue out, and the cool dude in shades. So those are your examples. Let's crack on with question number 1. What is sad man plus shocked man? What does that equal? Sad man plus shocked man. Here are your options. Is it wonky face and sad face, glasses and love hearts, wonky face and shades, or stars in your eyes? Remember, you can just put the number if you want to, but those options are your options for your emoji answers, but you can just put the number if you would prefer. So question 1, what is sad man plus shocked man? Okay, question 2. We're on to anagrams. This is actually questions 2 and 3. So an anagram is a word made from the letters of another word. For example, pliers, something you'll all have used often, I'm sure, with your DIY that you all do, I'm sure, but some of your dad or your mum might have used in the toolbox. Some pliers is an anagram of the word perils. Perils, which means danger, okay? So it's an anagram, it's a word made up using the letters of another word. There are no options for these next 2 questions. You just need to write down your answer, because if we gave you options, it would be far too easy for all you clever kids out there. So question 2 is, the country name Nepal is an anagram for which word that is something we might find in the sky? The country name Nepal is an anagram for which word that is something we might find in the sky? Okay, you need to figure out the word using those letters that you can get from the clue, something we might find in the sky. Going to give you a few more seconds looking at that one. And on to question 3. The word terse, T-E-R-S-E, is an anagram for which word that is something we might find in the countryside or a park? So the word terse is an anagram for which word that is something we might find in the countryside. Not only in the countryside, so they are in parks and other places, but they are definitely lots of them in the countryside. Going to give you another few seconds thinking about that one and trying to get your answer. Remember, there are no options for these 2. You just need to write down your answer. Fantastic. On to question number 4. This is sequences. So we're back to maths. Now, what are the next 2 numbers in this sequence? The next 2 numbers in this sequence. So your numbers are 2.20 or 2.20, 3.18, 4.16, 5.14, and then we want the next 2 numbers. Now, if you look at the blank spaces that you've got, obviously we're looking for a number, then the decimal point, and then the following 2 numbers. And we need 2 of those. I hope that makes sense. So we've got 2.20, 3.18, 4.16 and 5.14. We're looking for the next two numbers or the next two components of that sequence. And each number will be a number, then the decimal point, and two more numbers. Giving you another few seconds to make sure you've got your correct answer. And we'll move on to question 5. Again, another sequence. Which two of the following options have the same logic as these numbers? Which two of the following options have the same logic as these numbers? So we've got 44, 17, 80, 35, 53, or you might say 44, 17, 80, 35, 53. Okay, so those are the numbers, and with options are 26, 37, 71, 83, or 95. 26, 37, 71, 83, 95, or 26, 37, 71, 83, or 95. A few more seconds thinking about that one. And then finally, the final question of this round, on to question 6 and back to your emoji maths. So again, it's the same values for each emoji as we had in question 1, and reminding you that you can put either the numerical answer or the emoji answer. Both are fine. Question is, the hearts, man with the heart eyes, multiplied by the man with the stars in his eyes, what does that equal? I'm saying a man, it doesn't necessarily have to be a man, it's just a person, isn't it? So the smiley face with hearts in their eyes times the smiley face with stars in their eyes, what does that equal? Is it option A, wonky face and shades man, glasses face or wonky face, two love hearts, or glasses face and angel? Those are your options. Wonky face and shades, glasses and wonky face, love hearts in their eyes, or glasses and angel. Another few seconds to think about your answer for question 6. And that is the end of round 2. Okay, well done. I'm sure you all did brilliantly. I wonder if we're going to have any more 6 out of 6s for this round. I'm sure we will. Lots of clever kids out there. And hopefully my wonderful producer, Jeff, can put up some comments for us from Facebook comments or the YouTube comments. Yeah, here we go. Betsy and Elsie from Swansea, 6 out of 6. Round 1, well done, Betsy and Elsie. Welcome to you all the way down there in Wales. I'm sure it's lovely and sunny down in Wales, just as sunny as it is here in Birmingham, or not. Hi, it's Nicole here from Stockport, 6 out of 6 for you as well. Well done, Nicole. Fantastic. Madeline and Frankie from Salford watching. Well, hello, Madeline and Frankie. Sunny Salford, I'm sure. Harris Kanji, 4 out of 6. Well done, Harris. Brilliant. Fantastic. All are in Sale, Manchester, 6 out of 6. Lots of good scores here, kids. We might have to make this a bit tougher next week. 5 out of 6. Woohoo. I'll give you a woohoo. Well done, Tracy Edwards. I'm not sure if that's Tracy who's playing along or if Tracy's mum. I'm not sure. Let us know. Who else have we got? Any more comments? No. Fantastic. Fab. Well, keep the comments rolling in, and we're going to do the answers for round number 2. So here we go. Question number 1. Sad face plus shocked face equaled wonky face and shades man. So you had sad face, which was 6, plus shocked face, which was 8, which gave you 14, which was wonky face or shades man. Remember that if you put 14, then that is a correct answer. Question 2. The name Nepal is an anagram for a word that we might find, something we might find in the sky. That is a plane. Not many of us going on many planes at the moment, but it is a plane. So that was the answer to question 2. Question 3. The word terse is an anagram for something we might find in the countryside. Those are, of course, trees. The lovely trees getting plenty of water the last couple of weeks. So trees, that is question 3. Question 4. The sequences. So we had 2.20, 3.18, 4.16, and 5.14. You can see that the first number is getting bigger by 1, and the second number is coming down by 2 each time. So the next two answers are 6.12 and 7.10. So you need both of those correct to get your 1 point. Okay, question 5. The two following options that had the same logic as these numbers. Now, these numbers all add up to 8. So you've got 4 and 4, which is 8, 1 and 7, 8, 8 and 0, 8, etc., etc. So the correct answer was 2 and 6 and 7 and 1, 26 and 71, which both add up to 8. Well done to those of you who got that. And question 6, back to the emoji maths. So you had the love heart face times the stars in their eyes. So that's 3 times 9. The answer is glasses and angel. So the 2 and the 7, 27. 3 times 9 is 27. So if you put 27, that's a correct answer. But if you put glasses man and angel man or face, then that is also a correct answer. So there we go. That's the end of round 2. Well done to all of those of you who got 5 out of 6, 6 out of 6, 4 out of 6, 3 out of 6. Doesn't matter how many you got. It's all just a bit of fun and keeping you going here on a Thursday afternoon with Quiz the Nation at the end of what I'm sure has been a very good homeschooling day. So let's have some more comments. Here we go. Orla, 4 out of 6. Well done to you, Orla. That's brilliant. What else do we have? Abby, 6 out of 6. I'm not sure that's Abby playing along. That might be Zach that got 6 out of 6. So well done to you. Any other comments? No, I don't think so. Do keep them coming in and we'll read out as many as we can. We're going to move on straight to our final round, round number 3. So round number 3 is general knowledge. Some of which has been in the news recently, some of which you might know, some of which maybe you might have to ask your mum and dad, but try not to. Let's all stick in it together and get some kids answering all the questions to the final round. Here we go. Round number 3, general knowledge. How many meters apart are we currently to stay away from people we don't live with? How many meters apart are we currently to stay away from people we don't live with? Is it A, 1 meter, B, 2 meters, C, 3 meters, or D, 4 meters? 1, 2, 3, or 4 meters staying away from people that we don't live with. Something I know we're all very bored of at the moment, but we still have to do just to make sure we all stay safe and all protect each other. Question number 2. Which country did coronavirus come from? Which country did coronavirus come from? Is it A, India, B, the USA, C, China, or D, Russia? A, India, B, the USA, C, China, or D, Russia? It's question 2. Give you a little bit of thinking time before we move on to question 3. Who is the UK Prime Minister? Who is the UK Prime Minister? Is it A, Boris Johnson, B, Dominic Raab, C, Matt Hancock, or D, Priti Patel? A, Boris Johnson, B, Dominic Raab, C, Matt Hancock, or D, Priti Patel? That's question number 3. I'm sure you all know that. I'm sure you do. I'd be amazed if you don't, but maybe you don't. If you don't, it doesn't matter. But A, Boris Johnson, B, Dominic Raab, C, Matt Hancock, or D, Priti Patel. Question number 4. How many feature-length Toy Story films are there? I've seen them all. They're some of my absolute favourites. How many feature-length Toy Story films are there? Is it 1, 2, 3, or 4? How many Toy Story films are there? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Question 5. Last couple of questions of today's quiz. In what city is Mary Poppins based? In what city is Mary Poppins based? The story and the musical and the film. Where is it set? Is it Manchester, Leeds, London, or Bristol? A, Manchester, B, Leeds, C, London, or D, Bristol? And finally, question 6. How many books are there in the original Harry Potter series? How many books are there in the original Harry Potter series? I'm sure some of you, or lots of you, will have read them all, or some of them. I, personally, have not ever read one, which I know is terrible. I should read them all. But how many books are there in that original Harry Potter series? Is it A5, B6, C7, or D8? 5, 6, 7, or 8 Harry Potter books in the original series. A few more seconds thinking time. And that, boys and girls, is the end of the quiz. There we go. That's it. We're all done. All we need to do now is to do our answers for our third round. And then you need to tot up your marks so that you can put in the comments and let us know how you've done. You'll have a total score out of 18. So do let us know what that is. Okay, here we go with the answers for round number 3. The meters apart we currently have to stay away from people we don't live with is option B, 2 meters. Well done to anyone who got that. Question 2, coronavirus came from option C, China. Well done to anybody who got that. Question 3, the UK Prime Minister is Boris Johnson. Well done to you who got that. Question 4, Toy Story feature films, there are 4. Option D, there are 4. And I don't mind admitting that when I watched Toy Story 4 in the cinema last year or the year before, no, last year, I cried. Don't mind admitting that. There we go, I cried. It was a beautiful film. Number 5, in what city is Mary Poppins based? It is option C, London. And final question, how many books in the original Harry Potter series are there? There are 7. There are 7 books. There are actually 8 films, but there are 7 books. So that's it. Those are all the answers that you have for the third round. So jot down your marks, put a comment in the chat or the YouTube comments. Let us know your total score. I hope you've all enjoyed playing along. We're going to be doing this every week. So do come and join us. Tell your friends. The more people we have playing, the more fun it's going to be for everybody. Abby Stewart, never read Harry Potter. My mummy is horrified. I know, it's shocking. It's shocking. But I'm not a very well-educated man. So, you know, what can I say? Not so sunny Swansea. No, I'm sure it's not. It's very unsunny Birmingham here as well. Has been all day. It's been awful, but never mind. Do we have any more comments, Jeff? Harris Kanji, 15 out of 18. Brilliant, Harris. Well done. Excellent score, that. Excellent score. 6 out of 6 for Esme. Well done, Esme. Brilliant. You got 6 out of 6 in the previous round. 6 out of 6, yeah, for Vicky Goldblatt. I can't remember who was. Remind me of the kids' names, Vicky, if you can. I should remember that, but I can't. But yeah, 6 out of 6 again. Daisy and Paul Dorset got 6 out of 6. Running total, 18 out of 18. Amazing, amazing. 6 out of 6 from Sienna. Brilliant. I think it was Josh, wasn't it, Vicky? I think Josh in Bramall. Betsy 6, Elsie got 5. Thank you for the quiz. You're more than welcome. Please do come back next week and join us. Ilan and Ashu in Manchester got full marks. Another full marks, 18 out of 18. We love the quiz. Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Do come back again and play next week. Well done, Ilan and Ashu. Well done to all of you, in fact, who played along. George and Poppy with 18 out of 18. Brilliant. Thank you. And I love that rainbow picture that you've got. Amy, so that's Maisie. She got 17 out of 18. Very good score. Brilliant scores all round. 5 out of 6. So we're writing the answers publicly, not sure how to play correctly. I think you're playing correctly. You've done brilliantly. You got 5 out of 6 for the final round. 18 out of 18. That's Yasmin and Nathaniel up here in Birmingham. My niece and nephew, Yasmin and Nathaniel. Well done to you. 18 out of 18. Clever kids. Joshua and Sienna. Yes, well done. Thank you, Nikki. Joshua and Sienna. Well done to you. All are in Manchester. 18 out of 18. Brilliant. Yes, lots of love hearts for those two. 16 out of 18, Betsy. Elsie, 15 out of 18. See you next week. Thank you, Spencer. That's brilliant. Creating some sibling rivalry, I think, there, making them play on their own. And altogether, Joshua got 16 out of 18. Well, look, it has been a real pleasure. Sienna, 12 out of 18. Thank you, Vicky. It's been a real pleasure hosting the very first Quiz the Nation Kids edition. I hope you've enjoyed it. Well done to all of you. You all did brilliantly. Some excellent marks. Do come and join us again next Thursday afternoon at 4 p.m. Amazing quiz, Ali. I will do it next week too. Thank you. Oh, well, I'm glad you will, Lucas. I'm glad you will. Nicole, 14 out of 18. How many more have we got, Jeff? We've got a few more coming. We didn't count, but Abby said you look like a mare. Okay, brilliant. I'll take it. Thank you very much. But that's fantastic. Do come back to us next week here at Quiz the Nation Kids. It's been a great fun, and thank you for playing, and we'll see you all again. Thanks very much.